Hello and welcome back to some more Metaphor ReFantazio. In the last episode, the race began and we got a Gauntlet runner. And now it's time to start exploring it, I guess. The runner makes a smooth ride, at least. Eccentricities aside, he's certainly earned his title as court engineer. That said, I'm more concerned with its unseen workings. I do hope he hasn't made any dubious additions. Reinforced steel on top of thick glass. It doesn't appear to be easily breakable. Can I go up the ladder? Watchtower. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay. There are monsters flying alongside us, I see. Is that a gargoyle? That we... Yeah, it is. There's just stone gargoyles hanging out around here. Okay. Alright. That's cool. Toilet? Not now. There are more pressing matters at hand. Okay. Pantry? There's some rock beans and gauntlet mushrooms, or gauntlet shrooms. Did they grow here? Grow here? I could use these for cooking. Okay. Alright, cool. Is this the kitchen? Yes, the kitchen, it seems. It's stocked with food suitable for a long journey. I would prefer to cook it first before eating it. Washing area?
So?
You have to wash your dishes properly, but being it that water's a precious resource, that actually goes double.
Got it.
It's the kitchen. I can prepare meals here. Engine room corridor. Okay. Oh wow, this is how we're sleeping, huh? Okay. These are beds. They seem pretty small. Oh, this must be the dining area, because it connects to the kitchen. Okay. Back deck. Oh, we're outside again. Can I go all the way around? Cloth-covered barrel?
What's this?
Beneath this cloth, there seems to be a big barrel. I wonder what it's used for. This is a very cool idea for a vehicle. I'm enjoying this. Can we explore the front half as well? Massive door. This door must lead to the end of the Gauntlet Runner. It's locked tightly to prevent accidental entry. Stairs to cockpit. Okay. The cockpit appears to be up above here. Mind the rope, lad. Wouldn't want you going overboard. Perhaps you should stay away for now. Okay. A carriage can't begin to compete with the Gauntlet runner's speed. I suppose they've earned their reputation. That I'm in constant fear of losing my lunch is far from ideal, but once I'm used to it, I'm sure the journey will be pleasant. Oh, more. Ooh. Washing machine. A machine that does laundry, handmade by Neurus. Seems there's nothing in it at the moment. What? Okay. By the way, medieval beanbags. There's a fluffy bag that's perfect for sitting on. If I sat on it, I don't think I'd be able to move. Pile of powder? I've never smelt this fragrance before. I can't tell whether it's used for food or for fuel. Upright cleaning tool. A vacuum! Maybe not now. Okay. More, hello.
Now, where was I?
A few more presents. Oh, whoops, I didn't need it. Okay, well. We're here now. I was just gonna see if I could speak to him, not actually go here, but whatever. Do you have anything new to say, or... I don't exactly have anything new to study, per se. Should I care to unlock the other archetypes for everybody, or... Like, it doesn't seem like it would really matter. But... I don't know. I don't think there's anything particularly new to look at in here. The Book of Apocalypse. Still ominously chained up.
That is... Alright.
Yeah, okay. Alright, nothing new here.
Oh. You'll come again.
Is that a heart? Wonder what makes this thing run.
Hello?
First time on a Gauntlet runner, eh? Whoa, that scared me. Looks like that pipe's in here, too. Called a runner phone. There's one in every room. Now, I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magma crystals to fuel it, as fuel to run, you see. Used to be you'd take your life in your hands when you traveled the wilds. Then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beast's, made for zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed, another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Huh, never mind then. Maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl that's a work in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. Just watch. You just watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. Gauntlet Runner activities. You will continue toward your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities to obtain items, raise abilities, or do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Using the kitchen, reading books at the bookshelf, or using the washing machine. More activities will become available over time. You can also spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help to improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Okay. I've never seen an igniter like this before. A magic igniter, enormous compared to those used by the army. If I recall correctly, it uses magma crystals as fuel. Alrighty.
This?
Snurris's homemade washing machine. Washing clothes can sometimes clean the mind, too. Doing laundry will take my mind off things, increasing my max MP. Okay.
Understood.
Interesting.
Come on.
This weird tool is actually a cleaning igniter that Neuris modified to create wind that collects dusts. Pretty nifty. I know it's hard, but all the lifting and bending over sure strengthens your legs, yeah? If I clean the Gauntlet Runner, my max HP will increase. Okay.
Got it.
Alright. What does the other stuff do? Oh, people have changed position. Okay. You can rest in the Gauntlet Runner's sleeping quarters. Time will pass, but your virtues won't improve at all. There's a small bed, doesn't look very comfortable. I have other things to do. Okay.
Speaking of,
Neuris said that he got the kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, would you fancy a meal? I hardly consider myself a chef of any great skill, but Stroll said he wanted to try some of the recipes he learned at the Hushed Honeybee. The water doesn't work right now. I'll wait for it to get fixed. Okay. There's a map showing the area surrounding our destination, Martira.
Let's see here.
Oh, wow, we haven't made a lot of progress yet. I wonder where we are right now.
Let's see.
Yeah, not very far.
And there's a camp, but which one?
Still at the very start of our journey here. Okay. Ugh, I feel drunk. Don't you vomit here.
Sorry.
I'll survive. I can handle the swaying of a carriage, but this, it's another beast. Seems I'll need to learn to endure it. Anything I can do up here? Not really. Are we just walking in a circle? We just made a U-turn, didn't we? Okay, we're starting to turn right now. Are we actually gonna progress? No, we're turning again. Are we just looping around in a desert right now? To create the illusion of travel. It's like having the same background repeat to create the illusion of travel in like cartoons and stuff. What are we gonna do? What? We haven't seen what cooking does. Use the Gauntlet Runner's cooking table to whip up some food for you and your allies. Eating prepared meals can grant your party various positive effects. To cook, you'll need ingredients. Buy them, win them, or find them lying around. Try to experiment as much as possible. After you've made every dish at least once, you may learn how to create the ultimate culinary masterpiece. There's some ingredients here. Maybe Nuris went shopping. Oh. Whose handwriting is that? There are notes here about new potential recipes. Oh, okay, that's a lot. Want to make something? If so, we should try to have everyone teach us a culinary specialty. Okay, let's try this. Okay. This spicy dish will keep you eating and sweating. A spicy dish will keep you eating and sweating. Yeah, okay. Restores HP and cures burn for one ally. Restores HP and cures poison. And then we don't have enough ingredients for anything else. Okay. Sure.
Let's check.
That's the dish Stroll wanted to make. Wait here, I'll go get him.
Got it.
Quality meat is delicious all on its own, but if you want to prepare it with a little effort applied to the right places, it can taste even better. To echo something I've heard, anyway.
And then...
In other words, we can't just haphazardly toss things together. Proven combinations of ingredients will win the day. I began preparing the food with Stroll.
Got it?
Heat control makes all the difference. With meat ready, this is the moment we've been waiting for. We must strike the perfect balance between delicate and bold. Phew, with that done, we're nearly to the finish line. I wouldn't be so excited if it was just my dinner, but when you cook for others, you've got to give them your best. It looks amazing. Even by sight alone, I know this will be delicious. It's red grass roasted bidou. Or bidou. That aroma really whets the appetite. Stroll and I cleaned up the kitchen. Time really flew.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Desert camp. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While at an encampment, you can use any of the facilities in the Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try. 3 days until we reach Martira. Our first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm kinda excited, but it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing with someone? There are insects gathering by the campfire.
Yep.
Oh, apparently you can eat those bugs. Eat these bugs. What? Well, according to Hulkenberg, anyway. I should try and catch one. I got one! Oh boy, I can't wait to put this into cooking. When it's my turn to cook, I should use it as an ingredient. Alright. I'm sure everyone will be pleased with me about that.
Your thoughts?
Oh, how is that right, eh? Smooth as butter, luxurious as a palace, awe-inspiring, tear-jerking. Absolutely. Ha 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 ha! This runner's such a culinary pleasure. Though, through words, though credit where it's due, my tinkering certainly helps make her what she is. Though full disclosure, that's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped up together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if we could just fly, but that's a story for another day. Off you go, better get your 40 winks.
Hey.
Hey, are you looking for something to do? My weapons are sharp and My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get, and I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Stroll, maybe I can hone my imagination.
I see.
Okay. Where's Hulkenberg? Will she boost a stat? Oh, what's this? The bookshelf is lined with interesting books. The books I can read are New World Travel Diary, Pride and Persuasion. It appears to be a fictional chronicle of a boy's journey in a fanciful place called The New World. I haven't started reading it yet. Seems like a book that'll really expand the mind. Want to read it together over by the window? If I read this book, I may gain more imagination. Okay. About the other one. Pride and Persuasion. This book outlines useful conversational techniques for convincing others. I haven't started it yet. Nura's probably left this year, huh? Let's take it over to the window if you want to read it together. Eloquence. Okay. Oh, there she is.
Well met.
Ah, well met. I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I have no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? Imagination, okay. So basically, everything's just gonna give me imagination except for that one thing. Which was inspiration or whatever.
Be well.
Alright then. What are my stats? How do I get there again? That ain't it. There we go, Royal Virtues. If anything, I need to really start boosting my courage, but I guess we'll do with an imagination for now.
Well met.
This power we've awoken to, all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we've taken. Each has their unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's cool.
Certainly. I see.
I do find the austerity of the designs intriguing, but I was not speaking of how they look per se. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not then the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence, why is it so exhausting, and why it cannot be maintained for long? The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves. Hulkenberg and I talked about things to come. I feel like my imagination has increased.
All right.
Alright. It's getting quite late, but we've a ways to go yet, so I would very much like to continue chatting with you. Hulkenberg and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters were more than exceeded your expectations, eh?
True.
They were better than I had feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams. I assure you, regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast. But, just keep an eye on the road, okay, Mirus? We'll arrive at Martyria in 2 days, huh? Okay. Oh, everybody's got new skills they can provide me. Okay. So I can get more wisdom by talking to Hulkenberg, or courage by speaking with Stroll. We need courage. Let's talk to Stroll.
Hey.
Hey, Protag, good timing. I was just about to do some maintenance on my weapons. If you got the time, why not join me? It's as refreshing for the mind as it is for our battles. Maintaining my weapon can help me improve my focus during a fight and hone my courage. Yes, let's do that. Right, let's have a look at your blade then.
Got a moment?
You think I'm getting ahead of myself here? You'll think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I'd like to live without the sword. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence don't exist, where nothing is taken from you by others. That's why, one day I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory, and not just mine, all the ruined hometowns.
Hey.
Now about you. I shared my plan, let's hear yours. What'll you do when the fight's over? Yeah, I'd like to help. I'd like to help you with rebuilding. Haha, are you serious? I'm a bit relieved to hear it. To tell you the truth.
Aye.
I've got to get stronger. Even if the village gets rebuilt, it's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it to a spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect their people, just like Louise.
Look at that.
I want to do something about that too.
Yeah.
I agree, but seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you're our captain, truly. You've resolved to stand on the front line of our fight, so it's only right that you lead. God, words. You've resolved to stand on the front line of our fight, so it's only right that you lead. Ah, our fight, I say. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey,
I envy you sometimes, you know. To act with such conviction, how does one become so bold? I just do whatever.
Yeah.
I'm only doing what needs to be done, one step at a time.
right.
Easier said than done. I get so fixated on the past, I lose sight of the present sometimes. You always look forward, and that's what I really envy about you. All this to say, I have faith in you. We have more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think of as justice. We're free to make their choices. They're free to make their choices, but so is the one being chosen. I wonder who will end up being after all. Who it'll end up being after all of this.
All right.
Anyway, this sword's shining like new. Let's finish this up. Caring for my weapon has fortified my will to fight as well as increased my courage.
All right.
Alright. I spent some time with Stroll honing our weapons.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Ahoy! Break time, chums. There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there. Really?
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Shall I get a closer look? That's crazy looking. Oh wow, it's so pretty.
That's...
It's not just the leaves. As though the whole area has been painted red. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? How does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if it explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Neras pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey,
Wow, Neras, how did you get so good at drawing? Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. Wasn't it for research? Wasn't it for research?
man.
I thought you needed this for research. All the permanent information I need has been etched into my very mind. I can make do without the sketch itself. Tree of Prophecy drawing. I received Neris's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here. Ooh, this would be a good thing to show Maria when we come back.
Hey there!
Why don't we give this... see, I already had the idea, Gallica. Why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we could tell her a story about this place. Next time we're in Grand Trad, I should give this drawing to Maria.
Huh?
Magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely. Gallica is the most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which is giving me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
What? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking. So knock it off!
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I have heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portends. Probably nothing good. We took a brief detour, but it felt like seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
All right.
Cool.
The Gauntlet runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Rock Den Camp. We'll be in Martyria the day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place Martyria is. Whatever place it is, we won't be finding out this episode, because it's time to end it here. So, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.